So this week on Project Nerdy, we are talking about websites that either completely died or just not nearly as popular as they used to be. And the most obvious example of this is Myspace, so I thought I would talk about Myspace. It was just beginning to get big when I was in college. I had Myspace for several years before I had a Facebook page. So I look back on Myspace with a certain amount of fondness. Now I know there was a lot of things awful about Myspace, and there's a very good reason why Facebook killed it off. But there's a lot of things I loved about Myspace that I missed. So here are 5 things that I loved about Myspace and missed very much. Number 5, the Facebook profile formats or templates you could do. I always enjoyed changing out my profile layouts. You know, you'd have some of this beautiful nature photograph, and then you might have your favorite sports team or your favorite movie in the background. I always enjoyed customizing my profile like that, which you're really not able to do on Facebook. Number 4 very much ties in with that same thing. I love picking a new song for my Myspace page every month. I did a new song every month. I know a lot of people kept multiple songs on their page in a shuffle. I just kept one song. At the end of the month, I deleted that song and I added a new one. I really enjoyed that aspect. I almost felt like, hey, I'm introducing people to all this great new music. I'm sure a lot of people just paused the song, what they on my page, and didn't bother listening. But I always enjoyed picking that new song out every month. Number 3, I love those little Myspace quizzes and surveys that used to float around. Now I know they were super stupid, but there was something about them I always enjoyed. They were funny. You know, you'd learn stuff about people that you really didn't know before. So I really do miss those Myspace surveys and quizzes. Number 2, again, this is very childish, but the top 8. Your top 8 friends. I always enjoyed reordering people, moving somebody in, moving somebody out, looking at other people's pages, see who were on their top 8. Again, I know it was super childish. In some ways, it was very high schoolish, but I enjoyed that top 8 format. I'm not sure why I enjoyed it, but I just did. And the number 1 thing I missed about Myspace was discovering new people. You know, Facebook, you really just meet people that you already know and you're just reconnecting with. Myspace, much like YouTube, allowed you to meet people that you never met before. I was a member of a lot of Myspace groups, be it for books, TV shows, movies, sports. In the little chat board for those groups, you could meet people that had similar interests to you, and then suddenly you had a new friend. And there's several people that I carried on conversations with for many years that the only reason I knew them was because of Myspace. And you know, Facebook really doesn't have that same avenue to meet new people. So those are the 5 things I miss the most about Myspace, and that leads me to the question to the viewers this week: what is one thing you loved about Myspace and one thing you absolutely hated about Myspace? Look forward to hearing your comments. So remember to leave those. My nerdy pleasure this week is the new TV show that just debuted on the History Channel, The Vikings. Enjoy very much seeing a show set in a historical setting like that. I really loved the first episode, so I'm very interested to see how the series develops. I'd much rather see historically fiction shows on the History Channel than those dumb reality shows they do. So I'm looking forward to the rest of this week on Project Nerdy. Looking forward to see what Holly has in store tomorrow. Remember to like, favorite, comment on this video, subscribe to Project Nerdy, and maybe if you do all those things, you have a chance of making my Myspace top 8. See you next time.